We've narrowed the culprit down to 2 suspects. So let's find out who did it once and for all. Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and today we're playing Danganronpa Ved Thread. And when we last left off, I don't know, Miu got naked. I should know the answer. The motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's? I guess it was Maki. Oh shit. It was Maki's motive video, right? Wow, how'd you ever guess? Oh, I know. It's because the motive video that... right, because we have Kaito's motive video. It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right? Is that true, Shuichi? Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Actually, you said something. This is how a debate... Or, finally, you said something. This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is, got it? Let's start this extreme death debate, tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart. Now, wait just a minute, what are you trying to... Quit screwing around. We don't need to debate who's the culprit. I'm not the culprit, that's for sure. Which means... Kaito, wait, maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he... But Maki isn't the culprit either. Huh?
What?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what will be the point of this whole debate? Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me nor Maki is the culprit. It's just a hunch I've got. A hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all of our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch? Huh. You just don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars. What? Also, I like how there's a little memorial for Mono Kid. Good on ya.
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right? No, he might actually be that stupid. When you see a when you see a Twitter troll with no blue check mark. Damn idiot. Atwa damned idiot. Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
You what? You fucking what, mate?
You believe in her, but based on what? Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything, no matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe or not, whether I want to believe or not, that's the only thing that matters. So, you do not have any evidence?
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko, too. You want to believe, huh? Yeah, I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes. However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings. It's true. That's not what a class trial's about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't put your feelings into it. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the culp. I believe in you because I want to. Do I have any other reason than that? Or do I need any other reason than that? What? Isn't that why you believed in Kaide? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about that, then I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings, too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end, so I'll believe in Maki as well. What? That's our Kaito, right? Making us think with our hearts. Man, you too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof? But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime, either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they're innocent. Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick. And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective. How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them? Unless you have evidence to the contrary, those two will remain
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough. Stop calling me an idiot. What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh? Tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
What? With Ryoma at nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime.
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock that night.
But what's wrong? But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they don't have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore. Quit fucking around. You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap? Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious. Maki's so desperate that she has to lie. Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? It's true, we don't have all the facts. But why would Maki say that now of all times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statement. But should I? Okay, so I only had to wait 10 more minutes before the intermission. But yeah, we'll save. It seems the voting is finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice, or the dreadfully wrong one?
Wait a second, what result? Voting time hasn't happened yet.
Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro.
Oh man, you're right.
Silly me, I'm so forgetful. Wow, I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh? Well, anyway, let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to Chapter 3.
Wait a second. We don't know the culprit yet. Yeah, who killed Rantaro?
That was Chapter 1's case. How could you be this forgetful? Okay, back to it. Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one. Square one? If square one, then it wouldn't have gotten eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Is that a jab at the spirits within? Wow, what does that mean? It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies. But if we don't ask her for more details, then how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You don't want to talk.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say. It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me in my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received. Motive video? If Ryoma came to ask that, does that mean you had his motive video? As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know. Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? It would have to be someone who knew who had each pad.
That was Kokichi. God, let me... I don't know why the keyboard and mouse controls keep going dead. That would be Kokichi. So I have to, pick up my controller every time it does that. Cubs pads! Gotta catch them all! I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here.
Now everyone can watch their motive video.
So you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his? When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts. What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video? I told Ryoma to just take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened? I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap!
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then.
Which means, even though we didn't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and I aren't suspects. If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirimi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood? It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood. Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki. Yes, yes. Those who believe shall be saved.
No, we need to wait. There's more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi? Huh? What now? You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth. Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you'd better tell us the truth.
Here comes that dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma. Just as I thought. But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him. Have you seen everyone's motive video? Nope, not yet. I was gonna wait till we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after. I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I'm saying that it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her? If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal. Himiko, it breaks my heart to hear you say such depressing things.
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her. This is difficult to determine.
Maki's lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This'll change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito. And that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaide did. Okay. Okay, see those two together. prove this meeting took place. Oh, you missed that one! Try another! I can't say the two of them met now. That's too obvious a lie. So if I can convince them that Maki met up with someone... Damn it! Shit. Why did you wait until now to reveal that you saw Ryoma? There was no reason to keep that information to yourself. Unless you were lying, that is. Fuck! They give you, like, no time to fire that lie bullet. It takes way too long to charge. And, like, by the time it is charged, the weak point's already gone. There we go. I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone. Oh, please explain. Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs. You were doing what? When we heard two people talking. People talking? We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. Now that I think of it, it must have been Ryoma. What? Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight. Wait a minute. If you heard their voices, then that means... So Ryoma and Maki did meet up. No, hold up. Why'd you sit on that info for so long? Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up. Now. We don't know if Maki was really trying to protect Ryoma, right? That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so earlier. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him. And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that. And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We're still part of a killing game, after all. Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool. Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki's not lying. Then Gonto will believe, friends. You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie. Yes, if his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in the eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him. That's right, you can believe me. Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free. I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar, especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway. Right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore. But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes? So,
Everyone is culprit again?
So we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember? So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank? When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And it couldn't have been the morning after that. And if it couldn't have been the morning after, that leaves... The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh? Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, Dick Cheese?
Dick Cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress. What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball. I don't even play baseball. But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone. Go to shore if we discuss a disagreement.
Oh shit. Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
We're about to do another debate scrum. Jeez, do we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie will have been for nothing. I won't fail. I was in front of the gym with the others before the announcement.
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know?
You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
Entering the pool at night is what's off limits, not the pool area itself.
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together. Ryoma's body was put in the tank at nighttime. We have to defend that point. We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them. Woo! It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I'm positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body. That window is higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. The curtains might have been closed, but the window was open during the whole investigation. That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window. However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand. That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully. Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor. The Elmo was small. Gonta could have chucked them easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it. I know. They used the ladder in the gym. You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right? No, I don't think that method is possible, because the ladder couldn't have been used like that in this crime. I can prove it. I don't think there was enough time to move the ladder. Couldn't they have carried out the ladder at any point during nighttime? I think the culprit had enough time. The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it wouldn't quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there's nothing on the pool side of the gym that is as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym. And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it was too heavy. Then Gonta used his stupid strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown to the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting. Got it, musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You don't need to apologize, Gonta. How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits. Do you have the answer then?
But of course.
Tell him, Shuichi. Blow him away with the truth. I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right. You just made a fool of yourself after acting all high and mighty. Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for.
Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi. I know. I have to do something, but I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it. Am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matters. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out... We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred. The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone else realize this yet? That's strange. Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then the culprit is someone in this room.
Good. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
It's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold. Himikawa under the bridge? If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trial's only just begun. Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Oh man, I thought we were getting close to the end of the trial, but I just realized we're only at the part where Heat Up starts playing, or Turn Up the Heat. Okay. He's got a toilet, doesn't he? You could agree with that. The cause of death is a certainty. Dioma drowned in water. The pool seems like the obvious answer, but I have my doubts. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the only place with lots of water is the pool, right? So why can't it be the pool? Okay, black teeth of... just floating around in the pool. Oh, was he drowned in the tank? Oh no, what the hell? Motherfucker! The turlet! There we go. The pool could not the pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Dioma was killed during nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in. Yep, a dead body is fine because it's just an object, but if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry. Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying.
In the morning after, I'll write goodbye in your mirror on the lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
He saw me crying, and then he crowed too, and we both crowed.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool. Where was Ryoma killed if not the pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Also, I agree, fuck the Patriots. Go Niners.
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue.
I don't want to... Shit. There's no way to pause it. Okay, I just gotta be real quick alike then. The sink. Okay, scratch sink, scratch sink. Where is the scratch sink? Whoop! The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks in the sink.
And I believe those scratches were caused by the handcuffs. Okay. Koreda! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct? Oh yeah. It sort of looked like they'd scraped against something. There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure. How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I'm certain that he was wearing the handcuffs at the time. The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma. So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink. Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chopped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain. Stop saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it. That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes. Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him.
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's naught but bones. I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... Oh, whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself. When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh. Food Wars. So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it, for sure. Alright, I'm calling it. The crime search is Ryoma's fucking research lab. But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy? It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps a little more accurate to say there's a shortcut. Was there a shortcut? What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? The window. The shortcut is the window in Dioma's lab. The window? That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Dioma's lab. On top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across. Do you think the culprit dropped Dioma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete! Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder. That's right, I apologize. I must go on a journey to reflect on this.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Yeah, well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime. Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Dioma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the third floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely.
When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psyche Taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form the question. Hold left click to accelerate and use the A and D keys to steer left and right. By picking up letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, head toward the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you will take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use spacebar to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive safely. Enjoy the ride. Please respond at your earliest convenience.
Okay. Hey! Hey! I'm a taxi driver. Hey! Whoa. Okay. The body was brought from where? Thinking time. Lab window or lab door? Shit. Okay, next question. Dog, what even is this? Okay, the... shit. Body was brought to the gym from where? Okay, the body was brought to the gym from where? Okay, gym door or gym window. Okay. I feel like it just asked the same question, so I thought maybe it was like a trick question. Okay, last question. Oh, other cars. Doug, I bet this would be an amazing game to play while high. Of course, you'd probably be too high to get far enough into the trial to get far enough into the trial to play this minigame. Was that Monokuma? Well, okay. I mean, obviously that was Monokuma. Why was he there? Okay, how was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Okay, either from the pool to the window or via the pool. Woo! I've got it. Dioma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym. Directly? Don't tell me they threw his body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know? No, I don't believe he was thrown, but perhaps another way. What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
You know, the rope. Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they could connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows? I believe it was found near the body. The rope. The rope found behind the gym stage would have been used... the rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows. Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atwa can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. What a mysterious mystery. Only Atwa knows the answer. So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window? So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows. Is the rope long enough to reach both windows? The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows... According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet. And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows. You bet it's long enough. That's what she said. Who said what? Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows? Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another. If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across, but they're not.
No, Gota think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Like the cable from Dioma's lab. Another rope? There was only one, though.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure there's another rope. Or at least something that could be used as a rope. Yeah, it was the tennis net cable. The tennis net cable from Dioma's lab should serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so, but why'd they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of window, Then culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That's how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that. Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration. We get it, just tell us already. They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other like Tarzan. The body would reach the gym's window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth. Tarzan? But, they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh? That is not feasible with just one rope. Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used. Not just the rope? Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that? Kokichi, are you hinting at something? Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints. You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they could have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? All that we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what would that be? What could they have done?
Alright, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you're my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah. Okay, I can do this. I'll solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Come on, think. Alright. Hangman's game, but the... P... Okay. Correct. Okay. Rope. What? Ropeway. Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body. A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got brain damage or something? You need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that. No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, Mind Mine will begin. In this mode, the answer is to the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the mouse to move the cursor and left-click to erase the pieces. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of the object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can repeatedly left-click on it to break it. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't go clicking like crazy. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. Thank you for your understanding. Okay. I wanna... Okay, it wasn't the ladder. Get the fuck out of my room, I'm playing Mind Mine. It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool. The inner tube? Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with the rope on the side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of a sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. The culprit used the ropes in the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Vyoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene. Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway? You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against the school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not? Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is... Wait, who asked you last time? Eh? It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan. Oh, shit! Way to put your foot in your mouth. His foot? Minosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg. Cut it out. I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it. Yeah, that your little slip-up is actually the truth. Pops? Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Minosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along. Monodam's right.
Minosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude, got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body. Yeah, they used the ropeway to move the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit. But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool. Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered. But if the culprit was careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes, when the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in the pool is so low that even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible. It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work. Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. They would have been busted if someone saw them. Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur. No, actually, save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime. If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, this would have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki's telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Ah, respect begins to bloom in the heart of this wonderfully cruel culprit.
Wow. I have got to get my fucking eyes in straight. Okay.
Respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving the case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But, of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So who is it? Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one. Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is? Yes, I have a good idea of who the culprit is. I don't. Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again? What? Come on, man. There's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats. You believe in my detective skills? That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi. Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had to been prepared in the gym beforehand. Knowing that narrows down the list of suspects. Who's the cult? What? I honestly have no clue. Okay, well, obviously Ryoma couldn't have done it himself. They're suggesting that it wasn't Maki. You know, I'm just gonna go with who I originally suspected. Uh-oh, something wrong? Remember everyone's alibis? Do you think that person really made the mechanism in the gym? Okay, shit. And there's no way to, like, not. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go in order. Okay, so... on the off chance that it pulls another Chapter 1... Okay. Okay, just had to get that possibility out of the way. It wasn't Kaito, but I remember someone mentioning they went to the gym. I don't. What's the matter? Just show him the logic you believe in. Please don't. What?! There's one more thing I still have to confirm, but Kirumi is the prime suspect. Me? What? Kirumi? Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit. That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first. Is this true, Kirumi? I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice. The wrong choice? If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake. To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it. Alright, well, I give up. Okay, well, I had the right truth bullet at least. Oh. I thought the killer smash would, like, make my truth bullet go through the white noise. There we go. No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparation of the gym, in any case. And why do you believe that? Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken. Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank. That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could have only been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime. But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes. Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the paint in the piranha tank. Yes, please, prove me wrong, Kirumi. While I do understand where you're coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination, an empty theory created from nihilism. Shit, I'm starting to suspect it might be true. Come on! Very compelling, Kirumi. I expected nothing less. But I won't back down. What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess? This is the conclusion we reached together. It's not just a guess. I have evidence on my side, and I'll show her. I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames of the gym and the lab. Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame? Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks. Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill. Oh, what's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet, cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake. If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone. For everyone? I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do. What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what does she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No. I'm wrong again. Hey Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about? Kaito? I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy? Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video? Huh? The motive video? You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right? Is that true? I'm sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary. Unnecessary? Are you saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about is all of you, of course. Really? Do you swear to Atwa? Yes, really. So please believe me, I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit? How rude.
Gota can't just believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up. Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell. Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder. When you put it that way, it does seem plausible. We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time. I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now. They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it. So you still believe I am the culprit? But there's no evidence to indicate that I am. No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with the makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place. The final clue? The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit. Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone? I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi. Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong. Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth. What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone. No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. What evidence implicates Kirumi? I guess I better find out. This piece of black fabric in the pool, that's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while, but I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial's come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of. Huh? Why not? Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym, but how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the windowsill, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction. Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic? There's such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove that I'm the culprit with just that. No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit. Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. What the hell? Motherfucker! These keyboard controls are really pissing me off. I am mashing the fucking buttons. Look at this! Oh my god. Fuck it, the controller. Okay. Okay. Kirumi's gloves. That piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove. Ugh. Kirumi's glove? If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easy enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded. Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and it fell into a pool? From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right? The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm? The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaida was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it, and just kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it. I will show you the truth. Okay. Okay, I can't pause. I can't pause to end the episode. Alright, well. Yeah, fuck it. Next episode.